Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I feel inspired by Angela Kerr. If you don't follow Angela, or if you do follow Angela, she has a new video for making an ephemera folio, and it's really pretty, and it's made from some C5 size envelopes. Okay, you can buy these pretty much anywhere. You can buy them on eBay, which is where I got these. Now I've pretty much stuck together the ephemera folio with the 4 envelopes. She uses 5, I will hasten to say, exactly the way that Angela has. So I'm not going to show you that because I want you to pop across and watch what she does. But yes, so it's a fairly simple process. I don't know where I've moved. Here we go. So I'll quickly show you. I won't be as good as Angela because she's brilliant and she does it really beautifully. But basically, it's really simple. It's a case of putting, I'll try and show you, one envelope inside the other using the flap. Oops. See, this is why I don't do it, Angela. This is why I rely on you. Okay, there we go. So you just put them inside the flaps and line them up. See what I mean? I can't even do it. But you basically put them inside the flaps like this. Then you would fold that over and then glue this one down. That would then give you 2 slots in here, and you put 2 more envelopes inside. I'm not going to do it. It took me ages to kind of get the grips with it, and I actually had to follow Angela as well. So because I'm a beginner, as we said, this channel is for beginners. I will let her show you how to do it because she is just awesome. And now I've got to find where I've actually put the original folio. There it is. Okay, let's move all those out of the way. So I've just got 4 different envelopes. She actually slots an extra one in, I believe, onto this last page in there. But I've just done 4 today. And today I'm going to be using some printables. Now let me just show you these to start with. These are wrapping paper, and I believe they are from Gifts and, oh, I knew I'd forget. This is an Etsy shop, and it is a wrapping paper set. She's got 2, I know, I think her name is Michelle, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. Anyway, I will put it in the description box. I'm sorry, Michelle, that I've forgotten the name of your shop. I know it's got a WL on the end. So yes, I've printed off a lot of her papers, to start this project, because I want this to be a vintage project that's a little bit different. We're not talking vintage as in grungy or lots of kind of vintage photo being used and that kind of old style. I'm talking kind of vintage pretty. So I'm talking kind of 1950s, 1960s, some 1940s. These are her printables, and they're brilliant. They really are beautiful. They're all wrapping paper, and as you can see, there's lots of different colors and lots of different styles, and I just think they're so beautifully vintage. They're going to go really well with what I want to do today, which is to introduce you to some of the digitals that I have in my shop, because I've had a couple of people ask questions as to how you would use them. And I think it's probably the right thing to do is to show you how I would use them in a junk journal, or even just an ordinary themed journal. So I'm just flicking through now. These are some lace papers, which I may or may not use. Again, I'm really sorry. I don't know where I got these. They were bought very early on when I first started this process, and I haven't actually got a name on them. So if these are yours, could you please, you know, put it down in the comments, and then I can reference you. But if you look up coffee dyed lace, that's what these ones are, and they're very pretty. So I may use some of those today, but I think mostly I want to try and use some of these beautiful wrapping paper digitals. So what I've done is I have printed off some of my own pieces from my shop. These are some prints that I've done 2 to a page. Oh, sorry, my dog's barking. That is Daisy of Daisy Doillies, my Etsy shop, and she's having a bark. So yes, I printed off 2 to a page, and depending on your printer settings, all I do is I right click on the image that I want to print, and then my printer will give me different options. So I think these are something like 13 by 18 or something like that, but I can fit 2 to an A4 page. And I just wanted to show you, these are actually a cross stitch digital linen. These are from the 1960s. And then I have some different ones, and I like to keep the creases in mine. I don't iron my linens when I put them on. I don't do anything to them whatsoever. If they're stained or whatever, I like to leave it as it is, because I just think it makes more interesting for your journal. This one, actually, if you look at this one in your shop, you'll see that I've removed most of the dark background and most of the shadows, because before I even put them into my shop, they go into Photoshop and they are edited within an inch of their life to make them look nice. I'm still learning Photoshop. I'm a beginner in that as well. I'm sure there's other people that have got better digitals, but that's what I do. Now, because of that, mine are actually cheaper than everybody else's. I actually charge you like £1 or something for about 5 or 6, I think it's 5 images. And then I've also got collections, which I'll come on to in a second. So these are my singles, and I'm just going to flick through these because, as I say, I've printed them 2 to a page. And as you can see, on some of them I've still got quite a yellow background. This is when I was trying to be clever and actually scan them with cream, but I left it because I kind of like it. And I think if you were in a junk journal, this would probably look quite nice, but it's just, you know, choice. There are others that haven't got this background, so it's entirely up to you. Again, I've made this one smaller so that I can fit this into a journal, or I could just halve it, make it into a pocket or a tuck spot. And this one I haven't actually listed yet. This is another one that I've got coming in. It's a really pretty brown set that I've just purchased. So this one is a bunch of linen handkerchiefs, and again, you know, I've kept all the creases and some of the shadows in it because I like it. I think it just gives you that something extra. It makes it look like it's real linen when it goes into your journal. So a couple of those. Another one, just some vintage handkerchiefs. I'm finding some of these have got some real age. And the funny thing is, they were bought for people for Christmas, and then people didn't bother using them. So you've got 50, 60-year-old boxes of vintage handkerchiefs, vintage linen handkerchiefs coming through to you know, onto Etsy and onto eBay rather, that I've purchased, and they really have some age to them. So I love them. I think they're great, and a lot of them are Irish linen as well, which is fantastic because they're really good quality. So this is the first one. This is how, if you just printed my image, this is how you would get it. So what I found is, even though I've got collections in my shop, which again I will show you in a second, most people were looking at the listings I had for singles. So I've decided that I'll do a whole pile of singles for people so that they can adjust the size. They can print them multiple times on a sheet. They can do what they want for them with them. And as you can see, there's some lovely stitching on that one. And I've left all of the edges in because if you want to cut round and really make it look like you've just put a piece of vintage linen into your journal, you can do that. I know other people make them very precise and wonderful, but as you can see, I've just kept all of the staining and all of the wibbly bits into the actual image itself. So again, this would be if you just printed it off as a huge image. Obviously you're not going to do that. The same with these. These are made in Ireland. If you look, they are fine handloom embroidery, and also these are Irish linen. And these, again, I've got some real age to them. These are 1950s, but they came complete in the box, and I just left them in there. I didn't take them out or unpin them. I just left them because I thought some clever person, and I'm going to attempt it today, could make a pocket from here. And again, you can condense this down to make it the size that you want it to be, and then you could use this image as a tuck spot or something like that. So I've kept those as is. This is another one that's really grungy. It came through, it was very stained, it was very old. It had a piece of paper behind it that was really aged and vintage as well. And I may even scan that and pop that on for you because it is just properly aged. It's gone completely brown. It's got spots on it. It's just great. You know, it looks like it really is an authentic piece of vintage paper rather than kind of tea-dyed stuff. So yeah, so that's another one that's really stained and vintage. And again, you can cut these out and have these as tuck spots or pockets. You've got, you know, that would make a great little tuck spot just there. So there's lots of options with these. Again, this I've just printed large. Again, you could just cut that part out. You could condense it down, whatever you wanted to do. This is another large one. This would look great on a vintage journal or a junk journal on the front. So there's lots of options with them. That's another one that I've just recently scanned and put on into the collections. Another big one. Again, I've just printed this as is, as if you would just press print as soon as you got them through. But obviously, you know, you can use pieces of it. You could condense it down. You can do what you want. Same thing again. This one I've got 3 on the one. Again, they've got the cream background, which didn't work too well for what I wanted it to, but actually I quite like it. And you can still see the image. The image is still very high quality, and you can just cut that whole piece of linen out there. These are some snippets. This is the snippets collection that's in my shop, so you can go through and just have tiny snippets to put inside your journal. I was thinking with these, really, you would probably decorate tags or pockets with them, so they're much smaller, and you get more on a page in these. I think I give you 1 page is sort of 150, and then I think you get 2 pages for 270, something like that. And sometimes I'll just do an extra snippet on here, and this one I've just cut from a piece of linen on Photoshop and just pop that in there, so you could just use that alongside a page or to decorate some part of your journal. And again, you know, I've reduced these are actually quite large linens, and I've just reduced them down for you. So if you're more of a person that would like snippets, these are in my shop. Some are larger, some are smaller again, or you can just go for the single images, and yep, you can go ahead and use those and just, you know, print them as many times as you wish. I'll show you how. My printer's finally stopped. I will say this, they do take a long time to print because they're quite high quality. So give your printer a couple of minutes before it starts whirring. Don't think there's something wrong or it's not going to print. So as you can see with this one, I've printed 4 images on this page. And, you know, these can be fantastic little pockets, or they could just be tuck spots, or, you know, just corner pockets, or you could even make sort of a tag out of that part there, you know, make a chunky tag. This is another one, and another one there. So yes, today we're going to use some of my own digitals, because I haven't done that yet, and we're going to be decorating this little ephemera folder. I'm not sure it will be for ephemera in my case. I'm thinking that it's going to end up being in the center of a journal, or probably alongside a journal as an extra gift for a friend of mine. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put some papers onto our envelopes. So first of all, I need to measure. I haven't actually cut mine down the way that Angela did. I've just left them whole at the moment. I'm not sure how many tuck pockets I want and things like that. So this is about 6¼ inches by 9, and in centimeters that is actually 16 by, I think that's about, let's make sure that's right, about just under 23. Okay, so at this point I've got, let's see, that's actually quite sticky. I think we'll need to do something about that. Might have to stick that one down a little bit. At the moment I've got 2 tuck spots in here. Oh no, this one's glued, that's right, because again it's these sticky pieces. So I think I'm going to remain to glue those down, and I'll probably do what Angela does, which is to cut some pieces off here. But for now, I'm just going to start decorating, because the whole point of this video is to make sure that you can see what you can do with the digitals. Right, okay. Ooh, that didn't sound good. That was a wire on my cutter. I nearly pinged that all over the place. So let's remind myself of the measurements again. I want to bring it in slightly, so that would be 6 by about 8½. I want to show some of the brown around the outside. So I'm going to open up my cutter, and I'm going to start with this one because it's one of my favourites. Just for, in fact, let's see if I've got a plainer one for the front, because I might put a doily on the front, but definitely that one's the first one in the page. Let's see if I use, I'm thinking I'm going to use that large image, or the one that I've not put on yet. I've got a random page in amongst these. Okay, bear with me, I'll be back in a second, and I'll just find all the pieces. Okay, I am back. I've cut out a range of the linens, and all of our pages are now stuck into our little folio. I've chosen some really pretty ones from that kit, and I will reference the name and everything in the description. So to start with, I'm going to start by putting in some pockets, and then I've got my ephemera folder right next to me, so that we can start adding, it's going to drop, it's going to make a big crash, you know it is. I need a sound effect for you know, crashes, bangs, dropping things, all that kind of stuff. So to start with, I found this this particular little handkerchief. I've kind of cut round so that I can see the edges of the handkerchief itself and the lace, and then all I've done is I've used my punch. I will show you which one that is if I can find it amongst the mess which is my desk. I'll find it in a second. It's just a lace punch. Here it is. Oof. Vesson Creative, I think it is, and yeah, and it's just a little lacy punch that I can use for the sides of pages and things like that, and as you can see it's dropping little circles everywhere it needs emptying. So I just thought I would edge that with the Faded Jeans Distress Oxide, and I'm just going to pop that onto that page to start with. My glue looks like it's having a little leak, so I'm just going to use some of that. Try not to get it on my page too much. Okay, I'm just going to put that little pocket along there, and I'm just going to bring it down onto the brown slightly and kind of offset it from the page. I like that. I want it to look really shabby chic and not perfect. I want this to be an interesting little folder. And then I'm just going to flick through. The first thing I'm going to do is going to just do all my doilies and all of my linens to start with, so that I know what I want where. I know that I've got there's a blue page. I'm just looking. This I think might go quite nice on this rose page, so I'm not sure if I'm going to split that in two or have that as a tuck spot. I made a little belly band which I'm going to put on one of the pages. Might look quite nice there actually, just to slot things through. Let's have a look. Oh, I quite like it on that one. I'm just going to stick that in. Actually, first of all, distress it. What colour shall I choose this time? Let's go for some pink, I think, this time. What have I got? I have worn lipstick. So if I just grab... Yeah, we're just going to go around this one in worn lipstick for some colour. And then this one can go onto that page as a little belly band. It's really hot here today. I know we're going to have a couple of days of really hot weather. The sun's actually coming in from the loft window, because I'm in the loft, and it's actually coming in from the loft window and just hitting one arm, so it keeps making me really, really hot. Right, let's quickly just put some glue along the top, and I'm actually going to glue all of this bit here, so that that's a nice tight belly band to put things into. I'm going to just put that in the centre of the page like so. Very nice. Just going to put that like that. Okay, so there's my little belly band that things can go under. Let's see, what else have I got? I've got this bright one that I've just literally cut this at an angle because it kind of went in that shape anyway, and as I say, this is a really shabby chic little folio, so I'm not going to be... Oh, that looks nice. Almost matches. So I'm not going to be silly about it. I want to make it look as shabby chic as possible. Now I think I need, looking at this, I need a new pad because I don't think I've got orange. Right, let's just grab a pad. I'll take this one off, get sticky fingers. Oh no, that's just pulled my actual pad off. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to fix this later. Oh dear. Pulled a bit hard. There we go. Let's not wreck the place. Wreck the craft supplies. Right, this one is ripe persimmon. Nice bright orange colour. I'm just going to go around with this. I've got some nice orange on the page, so this will work really well. Oh dear. It's not like I'm rolling in funds for craft materials. Now I'm wrecking them myself. Oh, dearie me. Not clever. Oh dear. It has got glue on it. Maybe it will stick back on. Maybe I'll just take the... could re-staple it, but yeah, not looking good for the... There we go. We've got it. We're sorted. So this will be like a little tuck spot along here. Try not to glue on the paper that you want to look nice. Beginners. And I'm just going to, I'm just going to bring that down and across the page because I quite like the way that looks. You know, just offset it slightly. Okay, so that one's going to go there. Let's see what else we have. I have this beautiful This is really pretty. I kind of did this as like another tuck spot. It looks quite nice on the roses. I think I've cut that a bit wonky, so we'll probably have to kind of trim that up and make that a little bit straighter, because that's looking decidedly wonky. Let's try that. That's a bit better. I do quite like that there. I might have it the other way around at the top. Quite like that. Should we go back to the... Well, let's hope this works now, seeing as I just destroyed it. We'll go back to the wall and lipstick. What shall I use? Let's see. I have got a green. I think I might use this one. This one's Wild Honey. Oh God, I'm going to need to change things again. This is going to go horribly wrong. There we go. Didn't mess it up this time. So, oh, I did. Look. Never mind. Right, we're going to do Wild Honey on this one, which is a nice bright colour. Like kind of like an orangey yellow. Like I call it sort of satsuma-y colour. It's really pretty. So I'm just going to put that on there. And we're going to have that up at the top. So I want to do it this side. And that one. Okay. And let's pop that right the way into that corner again. I'm going to offset all of these. I just quite like that. Okie dokie. Right, let's see what else we have. Let's move the Wild Honey and all the pads from the blender out of the way. So we've got that one there. This one I quite like because it's got the same green. Or I do have a little pink one, which is quite pretty. We could have both, couldn't we? If I slice that, let's think. Bum bum bum. I think I might be able to do it with a knife really quickly. So getting the cutter out. Let's see. It's not the sharpest knife in the world. Okay. Oh no! See, I actually would recommend as well, as part of your craft kit, that you get a really sharp knife, because this one is not very good at all, and I have this problem all the time. That's why I rarely use it. It's just not sharp. Probably needs a blade changer, which I'll do. Nope, we need to go back to scissors. There we go. That's better. Must change that. I think that could be what the issue is. So let's take another look. So I think I might put that in the centre and then this up here. I quite like the idea of that, because the green and the other pink look quite nice together. I think probably what I want to do though is to have slightly different colours on them. So on the pink I'm going to just put a little bit of green, just to kind of give it that little extra something. I do like these colours. It just makes me feel cheery, because I get a bit fed up with using the vintage photo all the time. So right, yep, I think we'll put that one up there. That's going to splurge, isn't it? Let's take that little bit off. And again up into that corner. And the same with this one. I think probably I'm just going to trim around the edges of this, because I don't like the dark bit around it, so a bit wobbly, but we'll go with it. Probably I'll use my edger again. I like this because you just line it up what you've already cut, so you can't really go wrong with it, although I have gone wrong with it obviously. Being the beginner that I am. There we go. Not too bad this time. Yeah, we need to edge it, don't we? So let's see. I think I'm going to do the pink with this one, because I can see there's a little pink rose there, so I'm going to pick up on that colour and go back to the warm lipstick again. We'll just go around. I'm just going to go over the cut piece just to make that stand out. It's quite pretty. Like that. The glue's splurging again, so I'm going to have to be careful. Just try and use you to go around the edge. I always use the edges of the bottle, because otherwise I end up throwing the glue away. So putting it onto my finger and kind of putting it in the bin on a tissue. Right, I'm going to pop that in there like so. Okay, that looks nice. Bit of glue there. Never mind, I'm going to cover all these edges up, I think, with some extra trims and things. So let's see, we've got a nice tuck spot there, tuck spot pocket. Right, we've got a little tuck spot here. We need something on this page and something on here, and then we've got a belly band, and then we've got the back. So let's have a look. This one's quite sweet. Not sure it goes particularly well. I do like that. That's really nice. Love that lady. Little lady with a umbrella parasol. Very pretty. And I could pick out the brown, because there's some brown in this one. Let's have a look. Just seeing what we have. Let's see if I need to cut any more. That's my big one. That's not going to fit. Yeah, I think we'll go with the lady. I quite like her. She's pretty. We'll put her as another little tuck spot opposite to this one. I think I'm going to go around her in Victorian velvet and pick out the colour from over here, which is really nice. So another change of pad. Excuse me. Okay, so there we have another little tuck spot, and I'm just going to go around this wibbly edge, I think, which is a bit different, because you normally have the straight edge, don't you? And just tuck it down again, just offset it in that corner. Lovely. Okay, it's taking shape bit by bit. And then we've just got this one. Now, I do have a pretty rose, or I have this one, which I think I quite like because it's a different shape. I may trim off the edging on this one though, which you can do, because not all of the doilies will fit onto my scanner, so sometimes little pieces of trim have to get cut off, which is a bit of disappointing, but I try and fit in as much as I can. Right, I'm going to go with the honey again on this one, because I want to pick up the colour in the flower. So we're just going to go around that pocket. There we go. And then I think probably today, once we've got all of these stuck in, I'm going to stop the video, and then tomorrow, probably not tomorrow because it's going to be so hot and I doubt I'll be able to survive in the craft room, but the day after tomorrow I will do a follow-on video, and I think we'll start using some more kits. Oh, actually, nope, gonna do it as a pocket. Oof, changed my mind nearly then. I'm going to come back to you and use some other ephemera that from different kits, and we're also going to decorate with some lace and some beautiful embroidery pieces and things like that. Oh, got a bit of glue sticking already. Little dots from my cutter again. Oh goodness, what a mess. So yeah, I think for today we'll just leave it there, and I'm just going to make sure that I like all of my pockets where they are, which I do. There's even one on the back there, which is really nice. And we're going to decorate, day after tomorrow we'll decorate it all, we'll add all the ephemera, use some ribbon as well. I've got some glue on there, I can see where that's sticking now. Bit of wayward glue. That's what I like about this 3-in-1 actually, because if you do have a little piece of glue anywhere, it just rubs off. If you just rub your finger over it, it'll just come off. You do end up with glue bogies all over your floor though, and you know what I mean by glue bogies. It's when you've kind of pulled it off and it's stuck to your fingers. I know what you mean. I know you know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to leave that there, and then I've just had this arrive in the post, which was some not the little sticker roll that's inside, but let's just take the sticker roll and my flash drive out of here, which I put in the bag to bring upstairs. Whoop. But yes, I've just had these arrive in the post. I'm really excited to use them. There's some new trims that I got from eBay, so we'll probably use some of these. There's some great colours. There's some pinks, there's some lilacs, I've got some blue, there's some white, and there's also some coffee colour, which might go really well with the actual envelope itself. So we'll leave that there for today. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you today after tomorrow. Enjoy it, whatever you're doing, please enjoy it. Please be safe, socially distance and all that. If you're going to the beach, very, very important. I live by the sea. Please take your rubbish home. Don't leave it on the beach for all of us volunteers to pick up. Anyway, whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Take care. See you soon.